What's up guys, it's Semenyo and welcome to a very interesting Liverpool transfer news video, because according to some British journalists, Liverpool have presented a £65 million offer to Bournemouth for Antoine Semenyo, and it is said that the player is also very keen on a move to Liverpool. He has already 6 goals and 3 assists in his first 10 Premier League games this season, so he has been one of the players of the season, absolutely on fire. And remember that Semenyo scored 2 goals at Anfield as Liverpool beat Bournemouth 4-2 with 2 very late goals. And Semenyo is one of the most in-form attacking players in Europe, and surely it's only a matter of time before he gets a big move to another club. And Liverpool have presented Bournemouth with a £65 million offer, according to these journalists, and the deal could be done as long as his release clause is met. But it seems that personal contract terms would not be an issue, because Semenyo is very keen to join Liverpool, even though he was racially abused by a Liverpool fan. He said himself that he already forgave that fan and he holds no grudges, because that doesn't help him going forward. And Semenyo is a fantastic player who will be on Liverpool's radar in January and next summer. Probably he will cost more than 65 million. I wouldn't pay, personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't pay any more than 70 million for Semenyo. He's a great player, but he hasn't consistently shown that he's able to score 20 goals and get 10 assists. That's what a £100 million player should do, and some journalists are branding that figure about. I mean, every Premier League club now just slaps a £100 million price tag on their players, as if the big clubs would pay that. And already clubs like Man United and Tottenham tested Bournemouth's resolve. They bid 60 or 55 million pounds for Antoine Semenyo, but those bids were rejected. And he just signed a new contract on July the 1st, so in the summer, and he has a release clause set by Bournemouth. But the release clause, it's not 100% certain how much that is exactly. And Antoine Semenyo himself already admitted that he's aware of this transfer talk linking him to big clubs. He said, "I try to stay present as much as I can. You see the news all the time. I see it as well. I'm not oblivious, but I try to stay focused and I don't think about it too much. I'm enjoying my football here. If I'm not scoring goals, all of that goes away. I try to stay present, do the best I can for the team, score goals, and whatever happens in the future happens." So he hasn't ruled out a move to another club. And Bournemouth already sold a lot of players in the summer for big money. Huijsen, Kerkez, Zabarnyi all joined big clubs, Real Madrid, Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain. Bournemouth didn't desperately need any more money to sell, Semenyo, and they of course wanted to stay competitive. There was a lot of interest and back and forth, Semenyo said, with the club over a potential transfer. But I knew in my head that the manager, Iraola, he has got something up his sleeve this year. How we finished off last season was so good. We could continue, especially with the players we have brought in as well. And I think probably he said this at the end of the transfer window, and he was proven right. Bournemouth are flying high in the top half of the table, and they are having a great season. And Semenyo told Jamie Redknapp recently, Iraola, the Bournemouth manager, he's unbelievable, honestly. As everyone embedded into what his playing style was, it's just been unbelievable. It's just relentless, and I think everybody's into it. And he said, I'm happy I committed to staying here for this season because I'm enjoying every moment. I mean, yes, Bournemouth lost 3-1 to Man City last weekend, but that was their first defeat in a long time, and they are still in 5th place, level on points with Liverpool. And I mean, I can't wait for the Man City-Liverpool game tomorrow. I'm really excited, but really nervous about it as well, because if Liverpool lose that and Arsenal open up a 10-point gap, then that will be very, very difficult to climb back from. And I mean, even better Liverpool teams than this one have lost to Manchester City, to be honest. So Man City away is probably the toughest game of the season apart from Arsenal away, that is coming in January. So it's going to be very, very difficult for Liverpool. And another journalist is reporting that Bournemouth will release the player if the release clause is met, but that release clause is special for 3 English clubs only. Probably Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool, but we don't know that yet because it wasn't revealed which club the journalist refers to. But Antoine Semenyo wants a Liverpool transfer, but maybe not in January, maybe next summer. Maybe doesn't want to upset Bournemouth too much. Next summer I think it makes sense. He's 25 years old, he's entering the prime peak years of his career. Next summer Salah will be 1 year older and maybe he could play with Semenyo one season, and then Salah will probably leave Liverpool when his contract runs out, but let's wait and see. I think Salah still is a fantastic player, and he scored in back-to-back games against Brentford and Aston Villa. So I think Salah will have a terrific season still because he's a world-class player. But Liverpool have to think long-term. We have to think about the replacement of Mo Salah sooner or later. The Daily Mail's Liverpool correspondent Lewis Steele, of course, revealed that Bournemouth would demand a little bit more than £75 million for the informed Semenyo, according to his sources. And Liverpool are monitoring him. They have him on their shortlist, and interest is not advanced at this stage, but he has spoken to insiders who insist that Liverpool are one of several clubs closely monitoring Semenyo. Bournemouth would be extremely reluctant to entertain a conversation around selling Semenyo in January. Any move would likely be slated for next summer. Bournemouth are in a very strong financial position, as I said, after they sold their big three defenders for £155 million combined. And they are also in 4th place in the Premier League table with realistic ambitions of a first ever European push under Iraola. So it would take an astronomical offer to tempt them to the negotiating table in the winter transfer window. And of course, if Semenyo keeps banging in the goals left, right and centre all season, then his price will go even higher. The good news is Liverpool have an excellent relationship with Bournemouth, of course, with Richard Hughes having worked there before, and also with Liverpool already signing Kerkez from Bournemouth. Dean Jones, a transfer insider, said, "I don't think Semenyo will leave in January because from my current understanding of the situation, the clause in his contract would not be live at that stage. It will be probably live next summer. So I don't believe Bournemouth had any interest in allowing it to happen in that moment." The update out of Bournemouth remains that Semenyo is happy, satisfied with his status because of their strong start to the season, but of course that doesn't mean he will not look to change things long term. Sooner or later he will want to go to a big club. In terms of the figures around his clause, they are continuing to remain secretive around it. But I was told recently that it is in the mid-60s, the transfer fee, so we will have to wait and see. It is unconfirmed at this stage. There also remains a lack of clarity around when this release clause would even kick in. So the situation is going to be very interesting in January and in the summer. But even at Bournemouth, there is a realization that beyond this season, keeping Semenyo is going to be extremely difficult. In terms of true valuation, I would say he's worth anywhere between 70 to 100 million pounds. And also it's great news that Liverpool are trying to get a new contract for Dominic Szoboszlai signed as soon as possible, because he signed in 2023, he signed on a 5-year contract, but with 3 years remaining you don't want Szoboszlai to arrive in the summer with just 2 years left on his contract, because then the rumors will start, will he stay, will he leave? So Liverpool should extend Szoboszlai's contract during the season, and he's Liverpool's best player this season, or one of the best players. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are working on new contracts with Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, and also we shelved the contract talks with Arne Slot. We want to see how this season pans out, of course. With Gravenberch already some conversation, very early stages took place, with Szoboszlai also as well. Now talks are advancing and progressing between Liverpool and Szoboszlai over a new contract. We are not at the final stages of the negotiations. We are not at the verbal agreement stage, but the contacts are continuing between Liverpool and Szoboszlai. So there is a discussion ongoing. Of course, Liverpool are prepared to improve his salary, and that's important news. Szoboszlai was already on a very good salary, but his performances have been fantastic. Gravenberch also doing very well. So Liverpool want to keep both players for the long term, but with Szoboszlai, contacts have advanced in the last few days, with Liverpool pushing, and there is a conversation, there is a negotiation. Again, we are not at the end of the negotiation. It's not a done deal. There is still work to do, but there is very good connection with Liverpool trying to be fast on this one. We don't want Szoboszlai to feel underappreciated or undervalued at Liverpool. We will see how long it's going to take, but the conversation is ongoing. Szoboszlai is doing great. Last season he was incredible. This season he is ever more incredible because he's playing everywhere, always consistent. Even when Liverpool lost many games in a row, Szoboszlai was always the man of the match. So doing very, very well for Liverpool, and the intention is to try to advance. So deal on, conversations on, let's see what's going to happen in the next stages, in the next meetings between Szoboszlai, his camp, and Liverpool. And of course, Liverpool don't want other clubs to circle around Dominik Szoboszlai, so we definitely want to improve his contract, and we want to see what kind of extension we can broker with Szoboszlai's agent, and probably a 1 or 2 year extension with an improved contract will suit all parties. And I'm so happy that Hungarian like Szoboszlai, I'm Hungarian as well, is doing so well with Liverpool. So I'm really looking forward to the next few years of watching Szoboszlai and Kerkez develop and grow into hopefully two of the most important players at Liverpool. It's an absolute joy to watch them play for Liverpool, and I'm really nervous and really looking forward to the Man City-Liverpool game. I think stopping Haaland will be key, and also Liverpool taking their chances, because you won't create 10, 15 great chances against Man City. You have to take the 1, 2 or 3 great or good chances that you can get against Man City, and you have to take them. So it will be interesting what kind of team Arne Slot picks. I think there's a similar team to what we picked against Real Madrid would be best from a Liverpool point of view. And yeah, let me know what do you think. How will the Man City-Liverpool game go in your opinion? Let me know your thoughts down below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later, guys.
Goodbye.